So this is Teddy's week 3 final recap. Good job. We started off with a little bit of play this morning. And now the first thing we're going to work on is just a quick refresher of charging that clicker. We don't have to do it as many times we did in week 1 and 2. Good job, bub. Just a warm-up. Hi, was this Teddy? Moving into following that food lure. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Teddy. Good job. Following that food lure paired with his name. Now this week we are taking more steps as we follow our food lure. Good job, Bubby. And he is doing very well with that. Hi. Hey. Get it. Teddy. Good job. Tossing some Get It cookies while we play a name game. Get it. Teddy. Hey. Good job, Bubba. So I said his name once. He got a little lost on something that was on the ground. Instead of saying his name a second time, I said other things. So puppy, puppy, buddy, kissy noises. And then when he finally did look towards me, that's when I clicked. Ready? Get it. Teddy. Good job. Also playing the name game where you toss your Get It cookie in different directions and then you move yourself so that after Teddy goes and finds that cookie, he then has to listen and hear where your voice came from. Ready? Get it. Teddy. Good boy. And again, when he turns towards you, when he hears his name, that's what we're clicking and that's what we're gonna feed. All right, Baba. So this week with our hand target, we have goals of doing it without any food in our hand. Why are you going in your kennel already? Come here, ready? Touch. Good boy. So no food was in my hand to get that hand target. I still clicked as soon as I felt his nose, and then I gave him a piece of food. Bubba, do I have to close that gate? Teddy, touch. Good boy. And notice the movement that he's getting with this exercise now. Our hand target is a movement exercise. He is running from halfway across the room to target my hand. What are you doing? Touch. Good boy. What a good job, buddy. I'm gonna shut this for now, okay? Yeah, I love that you're going in there. Good boy. All right, and now we are gonna work on our position changes. So this week for our sit, we are doing it without any food in our hand and troubleshooting from there if he doesn't listen right away to the verbal cue. Teddy, hey, Bubby, sit. Oh, so I asked for a sit. He kind of fell over into a down. I'm just gonna make sure that I feed him in the position that I asked for. So he's wanting to offer that auto down because that's what he's been practicing. I get into my sit and then I get into my down. So if you find that he's doing that once he gets home, just make sure we feed him in the position we asked for. Teddy, hi, good boy. Yeah. Ready? Sit. Good job. That's okay. I dropped a cookie on your head. The other thing I might do, sit, is have that cookie in front of him again as kind of a refresher. Like, hey, we're going to work on our sits right now. Good boy. Okay. Sit. Good job. And that took me too long. Good job, Bubby. Yeah, good boy. You really want to lay down today. Okay. All right, to make him happy, we'll work on our downs next. Let me get some foods ready. All right, Teddy, down. Good boy. So with his down, I started with a verbal plus that hand motion of down. And then I waited him out. I gave him a few seconds to think about what I just asked him to do. After a few seconds, he then put himself into that position, and that's when I clicked and I fed him right between his paws. Hi, Bubby. Ready? Get it. Teddy. Down. Good job. So if after waiting a few seconds and he still doesn't get into this position, I would then not say down again, but just use that hand signal. Just hand signal to the ground. And then once he gets in his position, then we'll click and feed him. All right, ready, buddy? Down. Good boy. Very good job, Bubba. Oops. Okay. Good boy. Alrighty. The next thing that we worked on this week was his mat. So this week with the mat, we are keeping the mat stationary. So that's going to stay where I put it. When he comes home, you guys can definitely warm him back up with step 1, just to re-familiarize him with it in his new space. But this week we kept our mat where it was, and then we worked on getting some steps away from him while he's on his mat. I know, do you see what this is? Ready? Go to your mat. Good. Criteria for Teddy as well is that he puts himself in this down before he gets that first click and cookie. So right now, just warming him up with some easy follow-up cookies. Teddy, okay. Go to your mat. And then the way that we start practicing taking steps away, I might take 1 step back. Good boy. As long as he stays in his spot, I'll click and come back and feed that. Oh, I gotta have to have an itch right now. Oops. Good boy. It wasn't purposeful. He didn't get off the mat on his own, but I still cued it with an oops. Got him back on his mat, and I did not feed him when I put him back. I just went right back into what we're working on. Good. Okay. Teddy, go to your mat. Good. And when we're first practicing taking steps away, it will be easier for him if we go directly back versus me maybe trying to go around him. So after we've mastered taking steps directly back, then we can start to practice going around him while he's on his mat. So for that, I might take 1 step to the side, click, come back and feed him. 1 step in the other direction, click, come back and feed him, and then until we can get full circle. Okay. Teddy, go to your mat. When you guys want to get him on his mat and step away from him, you're obviously not going to walk out of the room backwards. So we do also have to practice being able to turn our backs. So the way I'll first do that, if needed, I might just do a half turn, make sure he's still there. But you could do your full turn, look over your shoulder, make sure he's still there, Good. Click, come back and feed him before he leaves the mat. Good job, Bob. Ready? Okay. All right. All right, do you finally want to go in your kennel? Yeah, good boy. Yeah, good boy. All right, and then with our kennel this week, very similar to what we're doing with the mat, we're working on getting some distance away while he's in there. Teddy, hey, kennel. Good boy. So clicking and feeding for 4 paws in. Clicking and feeding for being able to shut the door. And then I'm just going to take some steps away. As long as Teddy stays calm, he's not whining, he's not pawing at the bars, I'm going to click and feed him for that. Good boy. And then have my release cookie ready. As I slowly open that door, I'm going to show him the food. Okay. And then toss a release cookie out. Good job, Bubba. All right. So he put himself in there. I'll shut the door. There you go. Step in different directions. Jump up right here. Boy. And again, to release him, have that cookie ready. Wait for him to not be pawing at the bars. So I'm just gonna wait for that paw to go down. Good boy. Okay. Good job, buddy. Yeah. All right. What are we gonna work on next? Okay, Teddy. Hi, Bubba. Hi, Misser. Hi, Misser. Yeah. Did you have a good week? Did you have a good week? Yeah. What are we doing now? Oh my gosh, good boy. All right. So the next thing we're going to work on is going to be our handling exercises. This week we are doing the bristly side of the brush. We are hopefully trimming 1 or 2 nails. And then we introduced a noisy piece of grooming equipment. So for this, I have the clipper blades. We are gonna start, however, with just some basic body handling. So for that, I'm using chicken, because we know Teddy isn't a huge fan of handling. Yes, but he is doing much better. Good boy. Yes. So while Teddy is focused on the chicken in my one hand, he can't eat it yet, but he can definitely lick it. Yes, I'm bringing my hand on his body. Yes, good boy. Yes, you very good boy. So starting in a neutral zone, yes, his shoulders. And then slowly making my way to the point that I want to handle. Yes, staying connected with his body the whole time. If you approach him to start handling and you're bopping up and down on his body, each bop could make him a little tense, a little nervous. So we want to stay nice and smooth and connected until we get to the point that we plan on handling. Come here. In handling, we call that the gradient of touch. So starting at his shoulders, staying connected until I get to that paw. Yes, good boy. And then I did the same thing for the other paws, and I'll do the same thing for when I work up at his head. So staying connected at his shoulders and gliding up to that ear. Yes, good boy. Same thing on the other side. Yes, good boy, Baba. It's not chicken, but you'll still eat it. Go get it. Good boy. All right. And then when I bring in my grooming tools again, I'm going to start with the flat side just as like a warm up. So touch, glide, good boy. And then bristle side, touch, glide. Good job, bub. I would do with the brush, make sure that we're practicing approaching his chest. Good boy. A little unsure about it, but he did let me handle that brush on his chest. Good boy. So again, he looked at it, what is that, and reconnected with the food. Practice this on his back, on his chest, think everywhere that he needs to be brushed. So not all at once, but going on his legs, up near his head. Make sure we practice approaching his body with the brush all over. All right, the nail trimmers. Where'd you go? Hi, Teddy. Ready? Up, up. You're such a good boy. So I'm going to start by handling his paws. So I'm going to find a nail. Which nail do I want to trim? Let's do that one. Yes, good boy. No, it's okay. Look, I have chicken right here. You're so brave. And then the next time I would approach with the trimmers, not trim. Yes, good boy. And now this final time, approach. Yes, good boy. Party with chicken on the ground. Good boy, buddy. Yeah. So while our puppies are young, sometimes they make it really easy for us to just work through the nail trim, get all of the nails done. But I highly recommend that we just do 1 or 2 nails at a time, gradually building up that tolerance to his nails being trimmed. What are you looking for? Are you looking for more chicken? Ready? Up, up. We can do the same thing with the other paw. So let's find a nail. I got one. Yes, good boy. Here's your chicken. Bringing the trimmers up. Yes, good job, Bobby. I'm so proud of you. And then trimmers up. Clip. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Party of chicken. Make it super fun. A lot of dogs hate nail trimmings because we tend to just force it. So definitely want to make sure that we're not forcing our nails and making it as positive as possible. No, sir. All right, so the newest thing that we did this week was introduce our clipper blades. I started by just putting them out, let him explore them if he wants. I might toss some cookies down around the nail, the clipper blades. Good boy. Right there. And then I'm going to turn on the clipper blades, but behind my back. One, to muffle the sound, and then so once they're on, I'll just start dropping some cookies. Maybe 3-4 pieces. Once he's done eating that last piece, I'm going to turn them off and then set them out in front of him to explore, not bite. Reload my cookies, and then we'll start again. I'm going to start behind my back, but then bring them out to increase the sound. Hey, what's this? Here, Bubba. Good boy. Unfazed. Good job, handsome. Yeah, that was a good boy. All right, Bobby. And that is it for Teddy's final recap. As a reminder, if you have not done so already, go ahead and book his courtesy Zoom lesson and just make sure that you schedule it with myself, Marissa.